Hi guys, I hope you're all having a wonderful day so far. My name's Lucy and we're back for more stitching. So today I'm going to introduce you to another one of my ongoing projects. It is a full coverage, and as you can see, it is more of a traditional kind of painting with a reading lady, so I think that's how I'm gonna name it. This one will be a gift for my grandmother, one of my grandmothers, and yeah, I think that I am going to switch it from vertical columns to diagonal stitching. So I think we're gonna do that today and start in around this area. I'm still debating. So here's the color palette that I'm using. I made the design from a painting that I found, and I'm going to show you the artist's Instagram because it is okay. I'm getting ahead of myself. So this is the color palette. I made the chart by using pixel stitch. So these are the colors that I was gonna say that it called for, but I'm pretty sure that maybe half of the colors that are there aren't the ones that were called for, but I don't really remember. I started this around, must have been like July 2020, so it's been a bit of over a year, and I was hoping that I can maybe finish this before Christmas. I'm not sure. I'm gonna have to work quite a bit on this if I want that to happen. So let me show you. This is the full design. It is wonderful. It is so soft. The colors are like, yeah, it is sweet and nice and soft, and I really love it. And I thought that my grandma would love it as well. So this is where what we're doing. And on Instagram, the artist is Gerard's Studio, Gerard's. I'm not sure how to pronounce it. And I really love how he works with light, and I think it is his most like important technique. It is really wonderful. Like, look at this. This is wow. It wows me. And yeah, so I'm not sure I can find the actual painting that I'm doing on his Instagram account, but he has plenty of paintings that he's talking about, and how he tried to make it look and why it is really impressive. And I just love his work. The colors and the lighting is just wonderful. It is magical to me. Look at that. I'm not too much of a traditional painting lover, but I must admit that this is maybe one of my favorite artists. I think his work is beautiful. So I'm gonna take my chart, and yeah, you can see I am not quite done, but I have a big chunk of it done. So yeah, I think this page is gonna be really boring. Oh, I made it. Because it's mostly like dark brown. I'm not sure. Should I do this when I stitch? I mean, it might be really boring. No, I'm gonna do that. Yeah. So let's do this, and I think I'm gonna just show, like, trace a couple of diagonals. I think I'm gonna do these three Simon at the same time. Okay. So if you're using like pattern keeper, this this might seem like a little bit confusing, but yeah, if you're an artist and you already own Procreate, know that you can absolutely upload your charts on there and stitch um, from Procreate. Yay! So here we are. Let's start stitching. What is this? Okay. Well, actually, I might start with this one since it's there. Oh, yeah, let's go. Yay! It's been ages since I last stitched on this, but I quite liked it. The most exciting part was the face, because from if you're looking at it very closely, it is very hard to distinguish the face. It's like I don't know, like looking at the TV from very close. Looking at the TV very closely, you'll only see like the pixels, but when you look it from afar, it's at this point that you'll see the picture kind of coming to life. Well, this is exactly what it's doing. Sorry for the noise. Again, it is very hot, and I absolutely need to leave my window open. So I hope that you can hear me, and that won't be much of a problem. 1, 2, 3, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah. And yeah, from a distance it looks really cool, but if you're looking at it really closely, it looks kind of weird. Like, it is a lot of greens, which is very like unintuitive when you're stitching it. So, like, her face can't be green, but from a distance it looks fine. It looks right, because the lighting is that way, so it doesn't look quite quite as weird, if I may say. It doesn't look quite as weird when you're looking at it. I'm sorry, I can't talk apparently. Looking at it from a distance, it looks really good. Okay, so I'm done with that. And I think that converting it to diagonal stitching will be a good idea, because from there, and I lost my scissors. Where are they? Under my foot they were. My favorite place to store the scissors. Oh yeah, I don't have the little you know how I've been having like the places to hang my my spare threads, and this has been so long since I've stitched on this that I didn't even make something to store my spare threads on it. And I changed the way I stored that on the Hobbit piece, because I thought that when I was going to, you know, work a little bit on the pages that were lower, I would I would have trouble, because the threads are parked just above the first page. But when I work on the lower parts, then I won't be able to park my threads there. So I needed to move them. So what I did is place a bit of fabric between my the plastic things that hold the fabric on the top, and the fabric. Between the two, I have a piece of fabric, and I put my masking tape with all the symbols on the plasticky thing, and I parked my threads onto the fabric between my stitching fabric and the plasticky thing. And it works really well, and I'm happy because it won't leave any kind of, you know how it leaves kind of a fluff when you're frogging stitches. It leaves a mark, it leaves something that shows that you have stitched there before. Well, the problem with my previous storing technique on the fabric was that it was leaving. Ooh, I have a loop in the back. Sorry, I might have to undo that. What? Why do I have a loop in the back? Oh. What is this mess? Ooh, I know. I might have... What? Well, I don't know what this is. How did it get here? Well, I'm this is starting wonderfully. I will frog that to see if I can make it disappear. I'm not sure if it's... Oh, it was there. Alright. We're good. I think there was a... I might have split the thread with my needle, like when go between the fibers of the strand, and I think that made a little, maybe a little knot or something. Alright, going back at it, and yeah, so it leaves kind of a little fluff onto the area that you've stitched. Well, turns out that my storage technique left a little bit of fluff because I was parking onto the fabric and parking and taking it out and parking again and taking it out again. So yeah, it left a little bit of fluff, and I showed it to my dad, and he said that you couldn't see it, but I can see it. So it's a bit annoying. I hope that when I will wash it, when it's finished, hopefully it will come out, and I'll be and I'll be happy with it because it isn't super like on the nose. You need kind to look for it, but still shouldn't be there. Hmm. Whoa. I really should buy some more bigger frames because I'm really struggling to put that on my knees and make it stable. So yeah, I'm wondering if I have anything more to say stitching wise. What's new in my stitching life? Basically nothing. I haven't had the time this week to stitch as much because I worked on a very big crochet piece while I'm correcting one of my patterns. It is taking a bit of time and effort, so I haven't had the time to stitch as much this week. I am planning to take my Sundays to stitch the whole Sunday, just so that I can work a bit on some pieces. Because yeah, when you're an artist, like, I'm not to say that I'm an artist, but when you're crafting as not only as a pastime but as profession, you really shouldn't count your hours. It is impossible, so you just work until you're done. I can't count. I work basically all day every day. I try to take a 10-minute pause around every hour because it is really how do you say that? It really hurts the shoulder and the wrists to crochet all day. So I try to take a 10-minute pause every hour. It is unconventional to take that many pauses for this long, but it is impossible to do otherwise. And I might have arthritis. Is it how you pronounce it? Arthritis? Like 5 years from now, if I don't. So I'd rather not. But yeah, and I'm really itching to start a new very big tapestry, the one that the chart that I made. What am I doing? I'm not supposed to go there. The one that I made for the tutorial on Pixel Stitch. Yeah, this one. I'm really itching to start it. I went on a website. Was it Univers Broderie? Something like that. And I have a cart, and like there are plenty of stuff in my cart. 1, 2, 3. I am doing no, I'm not supposed to be there at all. What's happening? What am I doing? Where did I come from? Yeah, I basically have the whole cart ready, and like with all the floss that I need and the fabric that I want to the size that I want and everything, but I didn't order, and I'm trying to be reasonable, which I don't know if it's gonna last, people. But yeah, I'm trying to tell myself that I need a goal for me to deserve this new start, and so I think that I might buy it if I have finished this by Christmas. I think that that's fair. The only thing is that I have to wait for Christmas. And I really don't want to. But I mean, if I'm making great progress on the two projects that I want to give to my grandmothers, then maybe I will allow it. I will allow myself to. This little, no, it's not a little start. It's a big start. It's a very big chart. It's like 40 centimeters in width and 56 centimeters high on 25 count Evenweave. So this is, yeah, it is a big boy. It is a big boy, and I love big pieces. It's my thing. I love them. So yeah. Okay, so I went there, but I didn't do this. These, not this. Didn't do these. It is quite confusing to work on this big an area. I'm not used to it anymore, so I missed 2 stitches that I'm gonna do right away before I forget them. It is really infuriating when you think that you're done with the color and then you're not. So you pin stitch it and then haha, you need to get it back again for this only stitch that you missed. Sometimes I'll just ignore it because, yeah, as I said many times, I am a lazy stitcher. So I'll do anything to not start and end threads as much. I think I'm gonna sneeze. I'm okay. I shouldn't really start in the corner there. I should start over there because it's a diagonal. Right, Lucy? It's very distracted today. Don't know why. So yeah, it's been a busy week. For me, my dad had a very bad toothache. And because he's a very anxious person, like socially very nervous, he basically, I don't want to say he can't do anything on his own, but you know, like he hates doctors and the hospital and dentists and stuff because he's been basically traumatized, and I really understand that, and I want to help him as much as I can because, you know, I'm not a shithead. So even though he's my dad, like the roles are kind of switched. I took, you know, I'm made an appointment with the dentist on Monday, so tomorrow, and but it was so bad, like he really was suffering very bad. It was really painful to him. He couldn't eat, like must have been 3 days of not eating because he was in so much pain. He couldn't sleep either, and so I made an appointment with the dentist, and I had to tell him that you need to go to the emergency room right now, so that they can, prescribe you with medication, and make it better, while we wait for the appointment to the dentist. So I told him that I was going to go with him to the hospital and wait for him. So we went there, and he was like trembling. He was shaking because he was so afraid that, I don't know. And I can totally understand. I am really anxious myself, and yeah, I didn't want him to think that he was alone, so I went there and took my dad to the emergency room and waited. We were there from 10 a.m. to almost 2 p.m. Not gonna lie, it was kind of boring. I took my crochet work with me so I could get some work in while I was waiting. But yeah, the weather wasn't really cooperative, and it rained. There was a lot of wind. It wasn't that hot, so yeah. And I couldn't get in because I'm not vaccinated, and I cannot enter the hospital if I am not the victim of an emergency. So yeah, I had to stay outside, and it wasn't the best experience ever. But when he got out, he told me that they found, how do you say that? It's like abscess? No, it's not a word. I'm pretty sure that's not a word. Like a blister, but caused by the root of your teeth. So inside your gum, you have, imagine this big blister, and they couldn't like pop it, they couldn't drain it, so they had to give him some medication and antibiotics so that it would calm down the infection. So that's what he's been doing. He's been taking his medication, and it's getting a lot better. Still, tomorrow is the appointment with the dentist, and he's terrified. I can understand, but I said that I was going to go there as well, so that he can, calm down, basically. Alright, that's done. I'm gonna pause this one just so that it's done. Diagonally. I'm sorry, but my nose is kind of clogged, so I might have a very weird voice right now. Let's go with you. Why not? So I've been doing that. What else? Yeah, I had this appointment as well with what I told you about, the collective of craftsman, like the um the sort of exposition center and selling center in near my house. So I went there to kind of talk about what I do and see if the concept is works with theirs, and if they if they do if they would want me to have some pieces there and maybe sell them. And the woman that was there, she was so enthusiastic about my work. I was kind of like, are you acting? are you for real? I was yeah, it was weird. um but it went super well. It was really fun, and flattering that people would want my work to be associated to theirs. It is very cool. So I need to sign the contracts. Well, before I sign it, I need to read it. And then I will get back to them once I think that I have all the pieces that I want to sell ready, because of the ones that I have already. I'm not sure that I want to sell all of them because of the quality. Like, some of them are more prototypes, and I'm not sure that I want that to be like the representation of my brand. So I'm not quite sure about the ones that I want to go. I'm still debating that. I'm gonna do some new ones for sure. And yeah. So I've been doing that. What else happened? Well, yesterday I went into Le Vieux-Lyon with my mom. So it's a part of the city that is it isn't the oldest, but it is very, like, it looks ancient, and it is a lot of artists and little independent shops and stuff. Really crafty neighborhood, if you want. And it was I don't really know what it was. It was an event surrounding pottery. So a lot of, like, would you call them potters? It sounds weird. Harry Potters? No. Um well, people who make pots using pottery techniques and ceramics and stuff. So it was really cool. We didn't know that it was there, and we kind of just passed by, and then we saw that and was like, wow, this is impressive. And just got, we got, I don't know the word, but it was really fascinating to see all the creativity of people. And wow, some pieces were just so impressive. It was so cool. I'm glad that I got to see that. And yeah, that was nice. And today I might visit one of my friends, plural, sorry, I can't speak, I don't know why. Yeah, so I'm gonna cook and drink some wine and girl talk. It's gonna be so nice. It's been ages since I saw her. Have a bit of a problem there. It isn't supposed to be there. However, okay, no. I switched to 2 stitches. No, can't get anything right. So yeah, that's how my week is going. I'm wondering if you're having a good week. Please tell me in the comments what you've been doing. I hope that you liked. I talked a bit about it earlier, like the pixel stitch tutorial. I hope that that it will help you, because it has helped me so much. As you can see, I haven't stopped using it since I first used it. It was so magical to me that I never stopped, and every one of my pieces is full coverage because I like it, and it was made using pixel stitch, which I know isn't really like supporting the creators, chart creators community, but I'm sorry, I don't have the money. And yeah, and I find it cool that I can choose my own picture, and that I'm not restricted to not a palette, but you know, a gallery. I can do basically whatever I want, and yeah, because yeah, I'm a huge fan of having like pop culture references. So yeah, I'm gonna have a big tapestry of the Shire onto my walls, you know, and that's what I like, that's what I want. But I have many references that I'm pretty sure chart creators don't have, like video games things, like, I don't know, Hollow Knight, Night in the Woods, things like this, like these like games that I love, that have really changed my perspective on games, or that had really great messages that I can really get behind. These are some things that I'd like to have on my walls, but that chart makers won't ever do, so I have to do my own, and that's how it is. Of course, I have to kind of steal art that others made, even though I could totally paint something and just convert it, and I wouldn't have any problem with you know, copyright or things like this, because you know, I would have made it from start to end, so nobody would get after me saying that I stole their art, but but I mean, I'm giving them credit everywhere I can if I know who made what, and I keep it for personal use. So yeah. Plus, like, tell me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure that it would fall under fair use, right? Because it is quite transformative. I am not redrawing with your same techniques, your painting or your art. I'm stitching it with DMC colors, and which is kind of a restrictive palette, and you know, it's another medium. Is it transformative enough to fall under fair use? Fair use, sorry. I really wonder that. If you have a concrete answer to that, I'd be curious. So tell me in the comments. Can't do plural today. It is very interesting to me because I do respect like intellectual property. It is very important to me because I used to draw and I used to paint, and you know, I used to do things and create things. And even now that I can I'm making crochet pattern for a living, I'm really anxious about people stealing, because it is so easy. It is a PDF file. So what's I don't know. What's preventing people from downloading it and just releasing it for the public for free? Well, nothing, basically. Even though I could totally sue them for doing that, I need to know who and how and have proof, which I probably won't. So it's really difficult. So I completely respect intellectual property, and I try to give credit for every artist that I talk about and that I like show the art of. It is very important to me. So yeah, I wouldn't like to be called out by an artist that I like saying that I stole their stuff. Would be terrible. So yeah. So if you were wondering, I'm just filling in right now. I've done all the kind of confetti thing, and now I'm just filling in the diagonal. And I have slippery fingers. Fingers, not fingers. If I can finish this before the hour mark, that would be 200 stitches. Yeah, 200 stitches done. That'd be cool. In an hour, that's not the best I've ever done, but so yeah, tell me if you like this piece and if you'd like to see a bit more of it. I will probably do more anyway, because I really want to finish this as soon as possible. But yeah, don't be afraid of expressing yourself in the comments because I just really love to read what you have to say, like, even if it's just like constructive feedback about the way I film, about the way I speak, what's happening, which projects I am working on. Everything is important to me, so if you have any remark, please tell me. I'd be glad to read it. And yeah, don't be afraid. I'm a nice little lady. And if you have any question, like maybe about France or something like this, would be cool. We've been watching a lot of documentaries with my dad. These days, it was super cool. Like, we watched them mainly on Netflix. Not mainly, but we watched some on Netflix. And we watched what was the title? About 9/11, the turning point. It was, wow, it was really good. Since I was born in 1999, I don't remember 9/11, and it was basically the first time that I've ever seen like images and you know, video capture footage footage of the event, and I basically cried my eyes out. It was really touching, and I just felt really bad. Like, how can you do that to people? Innocent people, like civilians, people who just were having a great day and just didn't know what was waiting for them. It's just tragic. The worst was seeing people jump out of like very high stories of the buildings of the World Trade Center, because, you know, they were gonna die by the fire. So they jumped. Like, it. How desperate do you need to be to jump from that high building? It's just beyond me. It was really heartbreaking. And because yesterday was 9/11, a lot of commemoration went on, and like, it's the first year that I really understand what's going on, what was 9/11, and why did it happen, and what are we doing to prevent that from ever happening again. Though, yeah, even in France, like, the 13th of November is also a commemorative date, because of the Bataclan terrorist attack that went on in 2015. I don't remember. No, 2015 was the Charlie Hebdo the attacks against the journalists from very, it is a very, how would you say it, controversial newspaper, and they, like, some guys just went into the studios and shot them all. So yeah, I think that was in 2015. However, I can't remember what year the 13th of November is supposed to have happened. But it was the same, like people in a concert hall, just, you know, enjoying a music group, and just all of a sudden people taking out guns and just shooting in the public. It's terrifying. Like, you're never secure. You're never secure. You don't know how, when, and who might kill your ass. You know what I mean? It is terrifying to think about. I might have to, yeah, go on the back to weave this in, because I don't have any room to pin stitch on the front. Can you shut up? Oh, sorry, that must have been loud. Alright, so I'm gonna take a little bit more. And I'm so sorry my neighbors are so loud again. How would... Don't even know what they're talking about. I love listening to conversations. Is it rude? Yes, it is. It is rude. Sorry. I'm not condoning this kind of behavior, but I just do it anyway. It's I can't help it. You're not at the right place. Just gonna, you know what, do this so I can be a little bit more comfortable. And yeah. I can't focus because of their conversation. So yeah, I think that I talked about basically everything that happened in the last few days, and I'm not sure I have much more to say. Would you like me to do live streams some days? I'm not sure about how it's done. And I'm not sure if people would like it. I'm not sure if I can handle a live stream, but you know, I'm just, you know, not proposing. I'm just asking. Yeah, it's already 55 minutes in. Wow, time flies, right? My fingers are so slippery. I think my needle's gonna die. My needle is going to be ruined. Already trashed out 2 needles today. Not today, this week, sorry. I don't know why. I don't know why they just... It's not really rust. I don't know what it is, but you know, the coating is just going away, and then because the acidity of your sweat is oxidizing, is it a word? You know, it is. It's just going away, and and the sensation of having the needle kind of scraping the fabric when you're passing it through, it is disgusting. It is I can't. I hate it. I hate it. And because I don't have anything that is you know, that could prevent that, or that could maybe polish that. I don't know. Well, I'm just trashing them. And somebody recommended me the... was it Long John's? I don't know. I don't remember the name, but it's a British or American brand. But the thing is that because I live in France, most of the needles that I can buy in like my local store is Bohin, because it is isn't it a French company? I do have some English needles, but it's like sewing needles and embroidery needles, and you know, sharps and stuff, which isn't tapestry needles. And in tapestry needles they only have Bohin, so can't do that. I mean, I could totally like order them on the internet, but you know, I just prefer to... usually I prefer to buy my own, like my stuff myself, like in the store. And make the like the market more competitive. Help the little sellers around my home. I'm starting to roast in the sun, so I am going to finish filling this in, and then I'm gonna leave you guys. And yeah, maybe I'll try to film something in the afternoon on the Hobbit or on the Let's Have Coffee one. I'm not sure what I'm going to do. I'd like to work on this, so maybe I won't, or I just continue. Would you like to next time, like on Thursday, would you like to see more of this, or I don't know, would you like, what project would you like to see next? Plus the Let's Have Coffee one really has had a lot of progress in when I was in the countryside. Completely finished the last the the row of 30 10 by 30, well no, the row that was 30 stitches long, high, all the way to the right edge is done. The one that I was doing last time that you saw it, basically. It is done. So I've had a lot of progress. Maybe I might show you. It is just over there. And someone is cooking, and my window is wide open, and I can smell the. Oh, it smells so good. Who's cooking that? I want some, please. Please, I want some more. Alright, I'm gonna end this thread, and I was gonna say bid you farewell, but you know, we're seeing. I'm coming back on Thursday, Tuesday, not Thursday. So we'll be back. We'll be back. Don't worry. Don't cry, please. So yeah, I will leave you there, guys. We've done 200 stitches, which isn't too bad. Yeah, look at this. It is quite nice. It's a big chunk over there. And yeah, can you see what I was telling you with the face? From there, from this distance, it looks super fine, and you know, really feel like she's part of the environment she's in. But when you look closely, you can see it's all like greens and browns and like really bright red. It is quite strange to see all these greens, and then like it appears completely natural from a distance. It is fascinating to me how color works, really. But well, oh yeah, just wait for me. I'm gonna show you the progress on Let's Have Coffee. Yeah, look at that. Look at this. I've done like, was it maybe all of this? And you can start to see like the, how would you, yeah, the tiles, ceramic tiles, getting there. And the bananas are almost done as well. So I am super hyped. I don't have so much stitching left for the newspapers, which I am super stoked about, because it is the most annoying thing I have ever stitched. so yeah, I am quite glad to have this done. Yeah, and this is I have the thing was giant, so I have multiple projects going on, and because they're not supposed to be that long, I think I'm going to have so much room in there to have another. And this is the first, this is a piece that I started just to practice how to park. And the thing is that I am not really convinced by the shades of orange that I picked out. and I just feel like it looks weird. It looks a bit odd, out of place. I don't know. I don't know. Tell me what you think about it. Should I start working on it again? I'm not sure. I don't know. Tell me what you think. Um, but yeah, here's that. I don't want to do a floss tube like a whip parade or something like this because I don't feel like I have so much to show. I don't have many projects going on, and you can see the progress on them when I stitch because I do stitch with me's. So yeah, basically you'll see the progress like on the thumbnails and at the end of videos, and yeah, that's basically it. So I don't really want to make whip parades, but if you're really interested in them, I'll try maybe if you really want me to. But yeah, I don't feel like it's really useful. But tell me, maybe you really want to see um all my progress in maybe every month, or I don't know. Um, Tell me what you think. So yeah, I'm gonna wish you a great rest of your day, and I'm gonna see you later, guys. Bye.